Hey, what's up, guys? Chosen Leaf here. And today we're gonna have an in-depth look at one of the least known archetypes. And there's gonna be a combo that I came up with. I'm gonna show you sometime probably near the end of the video. But let's get into it. So first off, when you think of this deck as a synchro summoning deck, now when you think of synchro summoning, you're thinking of, adding the sum of your monsters up and then, synchro summoning. That's not the case with this deck. This deck is one of just a few that uses the Dark Signer synchro summoning method, or the Dark Synchro mechanic, meaning instead of adding, you basically subtract. This deck isn't so bad, it's just the mechanic is pretty bad. Okay, so let's adjust the camera. So you can special summon them by attributing a level 7 or higher monster from your hand, or yeah, except monsters with a level. Now they do different things. This guy McPolar, he adds. McBillis, he special summons from hand. McTanis adds from grave. Megapolar, this destroys a spell or trap card on the field. Megabelus, you target a card in your opponent's graveyard and banish it. So this is a DD Crow. This is like a Book of Moon. It flips a monster face down defense. This deck is based off of the Ursa Major constellation, and they go hand in hand with Diatron, which is from the Dragon constellation, or Draco. But anyway, Ultimate Break Knight Ursarctics Alpha. You can special summon this card if you control an Ursarctic or Diatron monster except for him. Then you can add an Ursarctic or Diatron spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So this is more search power. Obviously, you gotta have a Kaiju. Medium. This is part of the combo. And if your opponent controls 4 or more cards in their hand, you can special summon her, and your opponent can only activate 1 spell or trap per turn. Now, I don't have enough hand traps for all my decks, so I just went with Ghost Ogre. This is also part of the combo. Locks everyone into water monsters. Silent Sea Nettle. This is like recursion. You can special summon this if you control a water monster. If this is sent to the grave, you can banish it, target up to 3 water monsters in your grave, and shuffle them into the deck. One of the field spell, Big Dipper. So basically, if you attribute monsters to activate an effect, you can banish 1 level 7 or higher Ursarctic monster from your grave instead. And each time special summon a monster is special summoned in an Ursarctic synchro monster is on the field, you can remove all the counters from this card and target a monster your opponent controls and take control of it. So this acts like a brain control. Departure, this adds 2 Ursarctic monsters from your deck to your hand. And a lot of the spells, they make it so you don't have to tribute monsters from hand. This one brings back any of them that are banished or in the grave. radiation is supposed to be more draw power, but once all the counters are used up, you're stuck with it. Okay, these next few cards are part of the combo. So, Aquarium Stage, you literally only use it for the first effect. Water monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle with non-water monsters. So basically, any monster that's not water cannot destroy your Ursarctic monsters. Sea Lord's Amulet. You lose this during your opponent's third end phase, but essentially it gives you protection. Water monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And Sea Stealth 2 protects them from being targeted by non-water monster effects. Oh, it also has the added bonus. You can special summon from your hand a monster that mentions Yumi or one water normal. Okay, that's normal monster. But yeah, those are part of the combo. You can run 2 to 3 of these. You guys know what this does. You guys know what this does as well. Goes a match to make sure that your opponent's only locked into water monsters or one single attribute. I don't have any more of like Storming or Drowning Mirror Forces, but being that this deck has a high potential to brick, Drowning Mirror Force is a pretty good option. Okay, extra deck. So you have Centurion, which is like a walking skill drain. It negates the effects of all face-up monsters without a level that were special summoned from the extra deck. If your opponent special summons a monsters, you can add an Ursarctic card from your deck to your hand. So yeah, this is a walking skill drain. Grand Chariot is a protection against targeting. You can target it. If this is special summon, you can target up to 2 other cards on the field and destroy them once per turn. When a card or effect is activated that targets an Ursarctic card you control, you can trigger a monster from your hand or field and negate the activation. Then you have Polar Star. And coincidentally, this is also part of the combo. So is Centurion. You can special summon, you can trigger 1 level 8 Ursarctic monster from your hand or field, and this card to special summon 1 level 7 Ursarctic synchro monster from your extra deck in 1 summoning conditions, and if you do, it gains this effect. Your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters with the level that were special summoned from the extra deck. So this stops like exceeds and links, and this stops anything else with like a level. And then you have Polar Star. Sorry, it's been a while since I've used this deck. This card is special summon. You can activate 1 Big Dipper directly from the deck. You can triple 1 level 7 or higher monster and add to your hand or special an Ursarctic monster from your grave. And then you have these ones. So that's it for Ursarctic. There's not really much else to say except that the deck could use some better support. But yeah, that combo, I'm going to show you real quick. So basically, you're going to have your field full. So basically, So basically, this is what you want for the combo. The sinkers really, like, you don't really need them, but they help. So basically, with all these on field, your opponent can't do anything. Literally, they can't play. Especially if you run mirror forces or some kind of like things to stop attacks. Your opponent really can't do anything because not only are they locked into one attribute, they can't summon anything but water. They can only activate one spell or trap. Cannot be destroyed by battle with non-water monsters. Cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Negates. Well, whoops. Negates monsters with and without a level, which is most of like the extra deck. Stops targeting. So you basically have like a field full of like your opponent can't play. But yeah. And this is Chosen Leaf signing off. Hit like and subscribe. Catch you on the flip side.